Hi, I'm Dylan, Senior Winemaker at Sidewood Winery. We're right in the thick of the 2026 vintage, and I'm going to take you step by step through the process as we turn grapes into wine. So here you can see our processing equipment. So once the grapes are unloaded from our truck here, we put it through a crushing and destemming process. So this is where the grapes are received. They travel through our crusher and destemmer, and they end up in our airbag presses, and the presses are really just designed to gently extract the juice from the skins, and so we can then take the juice and sell it in a tank for the next stage. So our Sauvignon Blanc has been crushed and pressed, and we've now pumped it into this area here, which is our tank farm. So over the next few days, that juice will settle and become clear. At the moment it looks more like this one here, which is still quite cloudy and has a high solid content. Over the next couple of days we're going to settle it out, and it will end up like this one here that's had 2 or 3 days now to settle the lees out of that. So welcome to our barrel room. This is where we keep all of our barrels for red wines and our white wines. It's a perfect space. It's temperature and humidity controlled year round. At the moment in here we have red wines from last year. We also have our Chardonnay and Pinot Blancs fermenting away as we speak, so let's go and have a look at one. So here we have a very special batch of wine. This is our Mendoza clone Chardonnay, which is from our Mapinga Road vineyard. This wine will end up going into our Owen Chardonnay, which is named after our owner and founder, Owen Ingalls. This wine has finished its fermentation now, which has gone for about 10 days, and is now at a point where it's going to sit in these barrels and mature for 9 to 10 months. We'll give it some partial malolactic fermentation, some regular batonnage, and it'll be bottled later in the year. So this wine is kind of finished its initial journey. We'll go out and check a red wine in the red wine room that's kind of in the middle of the journey. So here we have one of our red wine rooms, one of many. So this is where we have our small premium fermenters of red wine. Here at the moment we have some Gamay and some Pinot Noir fermenting away. This wine is actually towards the end of fermentation, so it's getting to that critical point where we want to keep oxygen away. So twice a day we'll give the wine a bit of a plunge, and then we'll also give it some dry ice just to protect it from oxygen. So one of the final steps in the red wine journey, and obviously a very critical point for us, is preparing the oak barrels for maturation. So the red wine is currently being pressed. In a couple of days we're going to be sending it to these barrels where it will mature for about 8 or 9 months. So at the moment we're just preparing the barrels that have been sitting dormant for a few months, washing them, steaming them, protecting them, making them ready to receive that red wine, where they'll be sitting and mature away until Christmas. So last but not least, this is our laboratory. It's really the engine room of the winery, and this is where science, I guess, meets art. So a lot of what we do is based on sensory and tasting, but the lab is critical for us for giving us information about the grapes and the wine as we go. There is some wet chemistry and some older techniques that we use, and then some very modern whiz-bang equipment that we have as well to help us make some really informed decisions about the winemaking process.